keep it real with ya.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope that everyone's having a great and blessed day on today. And in today's video, it's going to be a little short. I hope so. And what I'm going to be talking about today is temperature that is good for your hair when it's in regards to washing your hair. I took some notes and stuff, so I'm just gonna on my little, this piece of paper I wrote it on is my little grocery list paper. I have my little grocery, I have a little grocery little notebook thing. I just ripped out a piece of paper. So let me just write it on here. So first things first, hair beauticians recommend people to wash their hair in 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a little bit above your normal body temperature. I think that's a little too high. I think that's a little too hot. I think you need to tone it down just a little bit. You do not want your water to be too hot when it comes to washing your hair. I use warm water. I know some people got sensitive scalps and things like that, and they can only use a certain temperature on their hair. And I know some people have like medical conditions and stuff like that, especially on their scalp, so they can only use a certain temperature. If that is you, then you don't have to listen to what I'm saying much when it comes to this video, especially if you have something medical going on with your hair and your doctor tells you, or your hair beautician tells you that who's licensed and stuff, that you need to use a certain temperature for your hair because of whatever medical disorder you have when it comes to your scalp or your hair, then listen to them. Listen to them. You don't have to listen to me. But for everyone else out there, they say around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's a little too high. I think that's a little too hot. Your water should be warm with a little bit of hot water. Just a tad bit more of hot water. Because sometimes when it's warm, it could be a little too cold, and that's not good either. So just a little over, and that's fine enough. The water should be warm enough to deep clean dirt, product buildup, oil, and grime out of your hair, to get all this stuff out. Because if it's too warm on the side of where it's cool, it's not really going to thoroughly clean your hair. But if it's like on the side of where it's a little hot, then you're fine. You're fine. It will your hair will be cleaned and everything like that. Now, granted, if it's too hot, it's not good. Not good. You can burn your scalp in your hair, to be honest, if your water is too hot, especially your scalp. You can really damage your scalp and your hair if your water is hot when washing it and stuff. It is not supposed to be hot. Like scorching hot water that you would use on your body in the shower. I know when I shower, my water is very hot, but I will not use the same temperature for my hair when I'm washing my hair. I will cool it down just a tad bit because your scalp can become irritated. You can get burns on your scalp. And it really can damage your scalp and the blood flow and circulation and things like that if the water is way too hot like that. And your hair will become, it will, what's it called? Like damage it. It will damage your hair. It's not good to use too hot water that's too hot because your scalp can get irritated. It can get irritated. It can get itchy, and you can get a rash. It's just not good. You really have to take care and treat your scalp. Also, cold water isn't good for your hair either. It's not. It's not good for your hair. What it does is cold water may reduce the volume of your hair because it traps the moisture in. And really, to be honest with you all, moisture is just extra water, to be honest. There's no extra chemical or nothing in there. It's just extra water. So if you get a lotion or something like that and it says extra moisture, it's just extra water added to it. That's all it is. So it can, and a lot of people like, oh, extra moisture. All the time, most times it's really not that good. because it's just extra water that's really not needed, most likely. It traps in moisture in your hair, and the extra moisture can weigh your hair down. Yes, that is true. It can make it flat. It can be less voluptuous, as I call it. And also it can leave your hair it can leave your hair feeling less clean. Your hair is not going to really feel as clean as it would if you used warm water. If there's no reason to use cold water on your hair or on your scalp when you're washing it, don't do that. And definitely do not use scorching hot water either. That's not good. And also, the only time a person is really technically supposed to use cool water on their hair is if they're dyeing it or rinsing it. I never dyed my hair a day in my life, but I used to get my hair rinsed when my hair used to be relaxed, and I think I rinsed it once or twice in the very beginning after my big chop of me becoming natural in 2015. It's about to be 2021 in a couple months. That was the last time I got my hair or rinsed my hair. But when my hair was relaxed, I rinsed it a little more frequently than I did when my hair was, with my hair being natural. Honestly, I only rinsed my hair twice being natural, and that was back in 2015. I have not done it since. But when my hair was relaxed, I remember my Uncle Brian. He used to do my hair before he moved to California. He lives out in LA now, I think. Unless he came back, because I know, hey, Uncle Brian, if you're watching this. But he told me that if I were to rinse my hair at home, always rinse it out with cool water as opposed to warm water or hot water, because it can take the color out after you rinse. Like, when you rinse your hair or dye your hair, you already washed it and conditioned your hair, and then you put the color in your hair, put it all in your hair, and then you let it sit for however long you sit for. Some people go under the dryer. Some people just wear a plastic cap over their head. And some people actually don't wear a plastic cap, and they just let it sit for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then, they go and rinse the color out, the excess color that's not needed. And you're really supposed to use cool water when you're doing that, because it locks the color in. It locks the color in, and it keeps the color in your hair longer. As opposed to doing it with hot or warm water, it will not really lock the color like that, and you can actually rinse most of the color out. To be completely honest with you, when it comes to coloring your hair, if it's a rinse or a dye, either one, that can happen. That's all I wanted to talk about today in this video. This was a recommended video as well. And I think that it was very important to discuss it. To be honest, temperature, what type of temperature you should be using to wash your hair. I think that's important, because when my mother was one who asked me to do this, who recommended this, and I love it because I didn't even think of that. My mom gives me a lot of good recommendations and stuff to talk about on my channel. So thank you so much, Mommy, because you really be hitting the hammer on the nail with the questions and stuff like that. And I love it. I love the recommendations and stuff. And also, anybody else, if you have any questions or want me to talk about anything on this channel, please let me know, and I will gladly talk about it. I do not mind it at all. Please give me some more recommendations. Sometimes I need help on what to talk about on my channel. So please just ask away. Give me any recommendations. I'm all open. I'm all ears. Please let me know. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a great and blessed day. And please be safe and please be positive out there. Mwah.